Tonight, a man found stabbed to death in the West End.
It does make you wonder, how safe exactly you are.
An 18-year-old charged with second-degree murder. An early morning fire destroys a home in rural Ottawa.
Our fire investigator is on scene. We're working with our partners at Ottawa Police, and the fire is under investigation.
It was under construction when it went up in flames. No one was hurt. And she says she was embarrassed when she got taken in by an e-transfer scam and a fraudulent link.
It doesn't make a difference what age you are. It doesn't make a difference what your job is, how smart you think you are. These scammers, they have a process that they've gone through to check all the boxes.
A warning about scammers gaining access to your bank account as our Spot the Scam series continues tonight. Good evening. We begin tonight with the latest on the investigation into the city's 19th homicide of the year. An 18-year-old is facing a charge of second-degree murder after a man was found stabbed to death in the city's West End last night. Emergency crews were called to the 2900 block of Penny Drive near Bayshore around 6:45 p.m. yesterday. CTV's Austin Lee is following this for us today and joins us live with the latest. Austin.
Patricia, Ottawa police have identified the victim as a 43-year-old man from Spencerville, Ontario. But what is not clear is whether the victim and the suspect knew each other prior to this incident.
Gauze, rubber gloves, and a CPR mask left behind one day after first responders tried to save a man's life on Penny Drive.
I can't believe it's happened. I can't believe it.
Ottawa police say 43-year-old Jeffrey Wilson of Spencerville, Ontario, was stabbed here at around 6:45 Monday evening. He was rushed to hospital where he later died.
The air feels heavy, to know that someone passed just 30 feet from my front door.
For Jessica Crete, who lives across the street, the attack has her on edge.
What if my kids could have witnessed it? Because it was right in our field of view. So it does make you wonder, how safe exactly you are in your own home, even in your yard, because that's almost in my front yard.
18-year-old Foromsa Motuma of Ottawa, now charged with second-degree murder. Police say there is no threat to public safety. The area councillor says incidents like this are rare, but they have a ripple effect across the community.
We can't help but feel terrible for the family, and my deepest condolences.
The case is now before the courts.
And police are asking anyone with information to contact the service's Homicide unit. Again, this is Ottawa's 19th homicide of the year, and for context, last year there were 26 murders across the city. Patricia.
CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you. We have breaking news tonight. The PWHL says the Ottawa Charge will not play at Lansdowne 2.0 when the new arena at TD Place is built.
We've certainly been clear with OSEG and the city that we will not go backwards. We will not play in a 5,500-seat building. These women have worked too hard to get to the point today where a 5,500-seat building is well below what we average in Ottawa. And so we will not play at Lansdowne 2.0. That's the one option not on the table.
The league's vice president of business operations making those comments at a news conference this afternoon when she was asked if the team is considering leaving Ottawa. She says all options are on the table, including possibly playing at the new downtown NHL arena, which is years away from being built. The PWHL has been staunchly opposed to the plan to build a smaller arena at TD Place. The league says it's still looking at every potential option to stay in Ottawa. Well, this week we are sharing the stories of scam victims, and speaking with experts to help you spot a scam and avoid losing your money. And in our special coverage tonight, we're focusing on e-transfer scams, which are becoming more and more common in Canada. CTV's Leah Larocque joins us now with more. Leah.
Patricia, with advanced technology like artificial intelligence, e-transfer or phishing scams can look incredibly real. All it takes is one click on a fraudulent link that a scammer sends, and this can be a gateway into stealing your information, draining bank accounts in seconds.
So this was the name of the listing, was 70s peasant top.
Kimberly Bray was about to sell a second-hand blouse through the online marketplace platform Poshmark when she received this email.
Poshmark shared your email with me, so I could ask, do you still have the handmade 70s pheasant top in stock. And then after that, they sent me a link for secure payment.
She clicked on the link. Moments later, she got a text message from her bank saying an e-transfer for $1,000 had been sent and another one was underway.
It hadn't clicked in until I received a text, and it was like e-transfer accepted. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be getting the e-transfer for $30, not giving away one for $1,000.
The email was from a scammer who sent a phishing link. When she logged into her bank account to accept the e-transfer, the scammer gained access to her banking information.
I had a panic attack, but I responded very quickly.
She called her bank and they investigated.
So what's the best way to make sure this doesn't happen to you? If you're trying to sell something through an app or a website and you receive an email that isn't directly from the platform, don't click any links and call your bank immediately.
The important thing for everyone to recognize is that it's not about you and who you are. It's about the fact that you're giving them access to you.
Anti-fraud consultant Vanessa Iafola says phishing links can seem legitimate, and online marketplaces and banks need to do a better job at protecting users.
Certainly, it's important for banks to, build really robust fraud systems and detect these things before they happen, before the money's gone. And I think it's also important for our telecommunications companies and our regulators to realize that these scams are coming through our phones, they're coming through our computers, and they have a really important role to play in stopping them.
In a statement, Poshmark said, "We're so sorry for this experience. Poshmark does not display personal information and will never share it with another user, as doing so would violate our privacy policy."
So I thought, I can't be the only person this has happened to.
As for Bray, she won't be using Poshmark again and warns this can happen to anyone.
It doesn't make a difference what age you are. It doesn't make a difference what your job is, how smart you think you are. These scammers, they have a process that they've gone through to check all the boxes.
Anti-fraud experts say one reason e-transfers are becoming more common is because they are such an easy target. They say there's no better way to protect yourself than getting paid in cash, but in situations where that's not possible, auto deposit is safer than not. But nothing, Patricia, is foolproof.
Auto deposit, because there's no link to click on to receive your money. That makes sense. But any other way to stop this before it happens, Leah?
Well, one thing that helped Kimberly Bray in her situation was phone notifications. So she warns others to do the same. So set up alerts on your phone so you get notified when money leaves your account and you can catch it early. And of course, the best advice is to call your bank immediately when you suspect anything suspicious. Patricia.
Right. CTV's Leah LaRocque live for us tonight. Thank you. We do have more details on e-transfer scams and how to avoid them. You can download the CTV News app right now. Just scan the QR code on your screen using your smartphone. And coming up, the Director General with RCMP's National Cybercrime Coordination Center will join us to share what you should do if you fall victim to a scam. Ottawa police are investigating an early morning fire that destroyed a home in the city's rural South End. Multiple people called 911 around 4:15 this morning, reporting smoke and flames coming from a house on Snake Island Road near Osgood. CTV's Stephen Keys joins us now with the latest on this. Steph.
Thank you, Patricia. Ottawa Fire Services says no one was at the house at the time and there are no injuries to report. But police are investigating, which suggests there may be some suspicion around how this fire started. When firefighters arrived at the scene, the home was already engulfed by a big blaze. This video captured by Ottawa Fire shows massive orange flames and thick black billowing smoke coming from the home. The 5,000 square foot bungalow was under construction at the time.
Firefighters worked hard to bring this fire under control. It took them about 4 hours. There were some hazards on scene, like propane tanks. Another vehicle caught fire that was on scene, as well as multiple walls started to collapse. So we had to create some exclusion zones to keep our firefighters safe and keep them out of those areas. So at this time, our fire investigator is on scene. We're working with our partners at Ottawa Police, and the fire is under investigation.
There was another fire at this same home back in 2021. That blaze caused $750,000 in damage. Ottawa police have not provided an update on the investigation so far. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Stephen Keys live for us tonight. Thank you, Steph.
Still ahead,
the kettle is on. The Salvation Army launches its annual Christmas Kettle campaign as more people struggle with the cost of living this winter. That story coming up. Well, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Feeling a bit like winter. -3 out there right now. But as Jackie joins us with a full look at the forecast, that wind yesterday, today, making it feel quite a bit colder out there, Jackie.
Yes, and tonight's going to feel much colder. I saw that the overnight low, when you factor in the wind chill, it's going to go down to -11. Yes, even though it does say about -4 or -7. When you wake up in the morning, layer up. Take the bundled jacket as well as the toque and the scarf, because it is going to be a chilly one to start things off. We're only getting to a daytime high of 2 degrees, but the good news is I will take the sunshine and the vitamin D. Right now across the region, temperatures sitting around -3, -2 in Cornwall and Brockville, +2 in Kingston and -2 in Kemptville. We will get a longer term look at your forecast in just a bit because, hey, snow, rain, freezing rain, that is on the way by the end of the week. Details in a little bit. Patricia.
Well, emergency rooms across the region are under pressure. The Ottawa Hospital is over capacity, and in Smiths Falls, there are warnings of long wait times in the emergency department. And with flu season just beginning, hospitals and patients could be in for a tough stretch. CTV's Tyler Fleming reports.
Annika Hamilton is slowly recovering from a stubborn bug.
Like lung cold.
The kind that had her seeking help from the emergency room hospital in Smiths Falls. The wait?
3 hours, 4 hours maybe.
And as her and her partner Shane were leaving the hospital.
Yeah, it was just brutal.
It was very busy, no seats anywhere, so everybody was kind of like standing.
The Perth and Smiths Falls District Hospital issued a notice this week, warning a severe capacity issue is leading to longer than usual wait times, with the most urgent cases being prioritized.
Our buddy, he was there just a couple days after. He had to wait for 5 hours just for a simple prescription.
Ottawa hospitals are under pressure too, and the high volume has staff juggling a backlog of patients needing beds. Hospitals across the region are already stressed, and a growing flu season could push them even further.
Doctors, nurses, health professionals, all of whom were short, combined with the flu season.
Coupled with COVID and RSV, the Ontario Health Coalition says Ontario's medical system is in desperate need of more government funding.
Surgeries get cancelled because there are no beds available. Emergency departments back up because there are no beds available. Ambulances back up and have to wait to offload their patients because there are no beds available. Like, it screws up the whole system.
Making it worse, a shortage of family doctors. In the meantime, hospitals continue to triage, prioritize, and scramble to find capacity.
And at the same time, if we increase collectively the uptake of our vaccines, all those three things will actually decrease the burden in the hospitals and, in fact, decrease the burden of illness in our community.
Hamilton hopes to stave off any more viruses heading into the winter.
It's going to get worse.
Tyler Fleming, CTV News.
With the Liberal government narrowly surviving last night's confidence vote after MPs passed the federal budget, the union representing thousands of public servants says it's expecting to learn more about layoffs in the near future.
We haven't heard any new information. The budget just passed. We expect that our members would be notified by their managers shortly.
The government passed its budget by a vote of 170 to 168 in the House of Commons last evening. It includes a plan to reduce the size of the federal public service by 28,000 jobs by 2029 through cuts, attrition, and early retirements. Ontario's police watchdog is investigating after an OPP officer discharged a less lethal weapon during an arrest in Eastern Ontario. Officers were called to a single vehicle crash on Highway 401 in Baynesville overnight. The OPP says officers saw an edged weapon and discharged an anti-riot gun at the driver. The 38-year-old Quebec man was arrested and taken to hospital. The extent of his injuries is not known. A 28-year-old Ottawa woman is facing charges for allegedly driving while impaired. OPP releasing this video of the incident, which happened around 11:30 last night on Highway 417 near Carling Avenue. You can see the car driving eastbound before spinning out of control and hitting the barrier. Police say the airbags went off, but she kept driving. She was later arrested and refused to provide a breath sample to police. Well, when the U.S. first launched its trade war, it led to a swell of national pride across the country, including a Buy Canadian movement. Many Canadians changed the way they shopped at the grocery store, but it turns out that may be waning. Here's CTV's Dave Charbonneau.
As the cost of groceries remains high, many shoppers are changing buying habits. The Buy Canadian campaign is waning.
You can't
completely eliminate all American stuff, right?
Now that Canada has lifted reciprocal tariffs on the U.S., Loblaws CEO says shoppers are searching for the best discounts, no matter the origin. Prices on direct imported products from the U.S. have gone down to normal. And of course, we are seeing some customers who are going back to those products that they love now that they are much cheaper than they were.
I think it's coming down to cost for me. A lot of it, yeah. So I'm probably, I'm paying less attention to it, overall, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we gotta like save our dollars, right? It's like the price of stuff is crazy.
It's about cost as well. So when stuff is cheaper, I'll go with the cheaper option.
Experts say the season also plays a role.
Lots of times that patriotism is blended with affordability. So as Canada ends into the off season for growing, and we start to rely more heavily on imports, the ability to choose Canadian isn't always as prevalent as it would be in the growing season.
Well, at this time of year, you have really no choice in terms of fresh vegetable and fruit to buy outside of Canada. So, and that probably means through the United States.
For others, Buy Canadian still sends a strong message.
Are you boycotting American products 100%?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What if there's something that doesn't exist in the Canadian version?
I don't buy it.
Are you still boycotting the American stuff when you can?
Not necessarily boycotting them on purpose. I don't go out of my way necessarily. But if I can purchase Canadian, I'll do that.
For many, buying Canadian remains a priority, even with higher prices.
What if you have two products side by side and the American one's cheaper?
We buy the Canadian one.
You still pay more?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's our local businesses. It's our folks that are working hard to do things. And, I try not to buy American, preferably.
Food import prices are also expected to drop even more in Canada soon due to President Trump's decision to reduce tariffs on basic food staples. Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
While fewer people may be buying Canadian, many are still avoiding travel to the U.S. New data shows there were 280,000 border crossings from eastern Ontario to New York State in September and October. That's down from 343,000 in 2024. It marks 9 straight months of declining cross-border trips. And Thousand Islands International Tourism Council says Canadian spending is down 60% this year on the U.S. side of the Thousand Islands. Well, the King and Queen of Sweden are here in Ottawa for a rare 3-day state visit to Canada. The royals were welcomed by a Canadian delegation at Rideau Hall this morning. They're joined by top Swedish ministers and representatives from dozens of companies. Canada and Sweden are reaffirming their support for Ukraine. A state dinner honoring the royal couple is planned for tonight at the Governor General's residence. The King and Queen are also visiting Montreal on this trip. And the Prime Minister will be heading to the United Arab Emirates tonight. He will be holding bilateral meetings aimed at expanding economic partnerships between the two countries. Following that trip, Carney will travel to South Africa to attend the G20 Leaders Summit. The focus of those meetings will be to deepen Canada's partnerships on energy, trade, and defense. And 'tis the season to give, and the Salvation Army is hoping you will. The Red Kettle set up across Ottawa, but you don't have to have a pocket full of cash to make an impact. It's coming up. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. Just giving you a brief outlook of what we can expect for the next 3 days. Sunny skies is in store for not just Wednesday, but also Thursday. It's Friday, though, that we could see a mix of snow and rain. But it will be the warmest day of the week at 5 degrees. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, where it is beautifully glowing down on Parliament Hill and Chateau Laurier. Current temperature -3, but when you factor in the wind chill, feeling closer to -1.
'Tis the season to lend a helping hand, Ottawa.
Join us for the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive on Friday, December 12th. We're teaming up with the Ottawa Food Bank to help our neighbors this holiday season.
Drop off your non-perishable food items at 87 George Street or make a monetary donation, allowing the Ottawa Food Bank to buy what's needed most when it's needed. CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive, December 12th, proudly sponsored by Doyle Saluski.
Our popular Team of the Week segment is back. If you want to be a part of our Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week, upload your video to ctvnewsottawa.ca. The Salvation Army's Christmas Kettle campaign is now underway across Canada. The organization says it's seeing more people struggling with the rising cost of living, and with budgets tight, there's concern about donations this season. CTV's Dylan Dyson reports.
It's that familiar sound you hear through malls and grocery stores this time of year, the Salvation Army's Christmas Kettle campaign.
The Salvation Army's Christmas Kettle campaign has kicked off here in Ottawa. Over 30 kettles will be seen across the city in locations like grocery stores, Walmarts, Loblaws, LCPO, Costco.
The Salvation Army says this holiday season it is seeing more need at its centers under the pressure of the rising cost of living and tight holiday budgets.
Families want to have, a nice Christmas as well, for their children. And so for sure food is a big one with the cost of food going up like crazy. A lot of parents are struggling just to either make ends meet or to make it even just, a little bit more special.
The federal government has said it plans to cut 28,000 jobs from the public service over the coming years, adding to the financial worry in Ottawa at a difficult time of year.
Those donations are supporting neighbors with things like food insecurity, assistance with housing, or making sure that people don't have to make those impossible choices between paying the rent or putting food on the table.
We're so lucky, and a lot of people aren't. I was a volunteer in a soup kitchen for many, many, many years, so I've seen people firsthand who are needy.
Merry Christmas.
Money donated to kettles at the Carlingwood Shopping Centre and in Westboro goes back to the Salvation Army's Bethany Hope Centre, benefiting local families.
100% of the proceeds from those kettles comes back here into our center, and that money is used for program supplies. It is to help us to stock our shelves that we have here in our food share.
Across Ottawa, the Salvation Army has a goal of raising $325,000 this holiday season, a number that the Bethany Hope Centre says may be tough to reach.
Why not help people in need? I mean, I could end up on the street myself, and I would really appreciate it if someone helped me out at the same time.
I'm always floored by the generosity of our community, but I think our goal keeps going up, but it never meets the goal yet.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
Well, after days of flurries in Ottawa, the sunshine finally returned this afternoon. The day started cloudy. This is a look at Metcalfe earlier today, but there is more sunshine in the forecast, and we like that. As Jackie joins us now, I've been focusing on the wind. Let's focus on the sunshine instead.
I like that you're like, yes, the sunshine, that's what we want. But when I hear sunshine now with winter, I'm like, oh, -10, here we go.
Yeah.
But we'll take
trade-off. Yeah.
We will take it. Just layer up, bundle up, and wear the appropriate clothing. Taking a closer look at what we can see in terms of conditions. The good news is that it is going to be mainly cloudy skies. That will extend into not just Wednesday evening, but into our Thursday as well. But it is Friday that you want to pay attention, because look at this, the green, the pinks, the purples. Yeah, we're going to get a snowy mix of freezing rain and potential flurries really moving through eastern Ontario. More so rain is what we're looking for, but fingers crossed that this moves very quickly through the region and clears up by Friday night, because it is the tree lighting ceremony at Lansdowne this Friday. Now, current temperature right now, -3, feeling closer to -5. We saw a daytime high of 2 degrees. And when we look towards the overnight lows, -7, but there's that -10 that I talked about. That's when you factor in the wind chill. And this is what it's going to feel like when we start our day off for tomorrow. But it's going to get to a daytime high of 2 degrees. And yeah, we're going to focus and embrace the sunshine that's in store for us for our Wednesday. Tonight's lows across eastern Ontario all sitting around -7, -10 in Brancroft, so feeling closer to -13. As we look to Montreal, also double digits, -11, -5 in Montreal, and -7 in Kemptville. But clear skies will carry us into our Wednesday for mainly sunny skies really throughout the eastern Ontario. 2 degrees is what we're anticipating. Kingston feeling more like 4 degrees, and then 1 degree in Montreal, as well as Maniwaki. Taking a look at our friends all across Canada here. We can see Atlantic Canada, temperature sitting around 3 degrees. There is a chance that we could see a little bit of that sleet, so a mixture of the freezing rain and the flurries. As we look towards here in Ontario, very chilly, -6 in Timmins, a little bit cooler at Thunder Bay, +2 degrees. And then when we look to our friends out west, 4 degrees in Regina, chance of that flurries and the snow in Edmonton and Calgary, sitting at the freezing mark. While we don't love the -2, -3, I would rather take this than the -15 in Yellowknife. Yeah, it's -15 there right now. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers. Visit their website to nominate someone to win the gift of hearing. Taking a look at our conditions, really earmarking for Thursday, where that is the launch of our Toy Mountain. Welcome to join us at St. Laurent Shopping Center, where we kick things off. 2 degrees, the daytime high. Friday is the Lansdowne tree lighting ceremony, so this will be outdoors. The warmest day of the week, 5 degrees, the daytime high. And Saturday, yes, we make it a little bit of that magic of flurries for the Help Santa Toy Parade, and that is going to be on Saturday. Patricia.
Nothing going on at all in the area. No.
Nothing.
The season's starting. It's going to be busy. It's going to be a blast as well. Jackie, thank you. Well, just ahead, Gatineau police are providing an update on how many tickets they have issued in the out-of-province license plate crackdown. We'll have those details in just a moment.
Tonight, a reality check on the Canadian dream.
Canada's most capable immigrants are, in fact, most likely to leave.
A new snapshot on why Canada is struggling to retain some of its highest skilled immigrants. Later on CTV National News.
CTV News community and weather anchor Jackie Perez. Weeknights.
Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. Dozens of drivers in Gatineau have received fines as the city continues to crack down on out-of-province license plates. CTV's Steph Keys joins us now with the details on this and other stories. Steph?
Patricia, back in February, Gatineau police began asking residents to call 311 to report their neighbors who had been living in Quebec for more than 3 months with an out-of-province plate. Tonight, we're learning just how many fines were handed out. Gatineau police say they've received more than 2,300 tips from the public since March, resulting in 94 tickets. The fine for having a non-Quebec license plate is $336. The crackdown comes after the city implemented a new vehicle registration tax to help fund public transit in Gatineau. If you noticed an outage this morning impacting ChatGPT, social media platform X, and other sites like Shopify or even online games, you'll be happy to learn the issues have been resolved. That's according to the internet infrastructure company Cloudflare that helps to keep these sites and platforms running. Thousands of users were feeling the impact this morning. Engineers say the bug has been fixed. It has been a busy year for Ottawa's construction industry, with housing starts up significantly compared to last year. New statistics from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation show construction began on nearly 8,000 new units between January and October this year. That's up from 6,500 during the same period in 2024, or up 22%. And a reminder for parents, the City of Ottawa's winter swimming registration starts online tonight. Before signing up, you can visit the city's website to browse through available swimming activities for all ages and favorite your preferred options. Registration goes live at 9 p.m. Registration for all other recreation, arts, culture, and virtual activities starts this Thursday at 9 p.m. And we know families logging on sometimes can create digital gridlock on the City of Ottawa's website, but swimming lessons can be life-saving, Patricia, so we know that's why it's so popular.
Absolutely. You want to get your kids in there. You want to know that they're safe. I start to sweat when you talk about it, because I remember the days of trying to get all three in at once. And no one wants to sit on the edge and watch their sibling in there and not get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you for this, Steph.
You're welcome.
Well, coming up, we continue our Spot the Scam special coverage. An expert set to join us in studio to share advice on what to do if you fall victim to a scam.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Bowl. Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Well, returning now to our Spot the Scam special coverage and what you need to know to stay safe in a digital world. Earlier in the newscast, we heard from an Ottawa woman who clicked on a fraudulent e-transfer link and was scammed out of hundreds of dollars. And while she is sharing her story, the majority of fraud and cybercrime incidents in Canada are never reported. The RCMP is trying to address that. Joining us now live in studio is Chris Lynham, Director General of the RCMP National Cybercrime Centre. We really appreciate you being here. A lot of those crimes obviously not reported because people are embarrassed, but
Yes.
we know there's tons of it happening out there. You must have just seen this explode in the last few years.
Unfortunately, we have seen a large increase in the number of scams, cybercrime and fraud hitting Canadians. Ranges from everything from that bank impersonation scam of someone pretending to be your bank, falling victim to some kind of investment-themed scam, or even, unfortunately, people falling victim to a job scam. That the job seems better, it's not a real job,
Right.
and you fall victim to
Oh,
it.
I get those messages and texts
Right.
all the day trying to get me out of here. So, well, how many of the scams are actually reported then or not
Unfortunately,
reported?
we're only seeing about 5 to 10% of people report, and that's because, as you say, people are embarrassed or they really think that nothing can be done. But it's really important that people report this.
That's a small percentage,
It
right?
is, unfortunately.
Yeah, 5 to 10%. So that means that there's a lot that are happening that we are not hearing about, which is interesting, and we'll only start to hear more, I'm sure, as we go on, because they're getting smarter and smarter and more sophisticated out there, right? So if it does happen to you, because it's happened in some way to almost all of us, but certainly can, what do you do?
What you do is first you stay calm. You want to sort of gather your thoughts, gather information about what happened to you. If it involves a bank sort of transaction, contact your bank as soon as possible. As well, there's things like you can do going to the Canadian Fraud Centre website to learn more detailed things about that. And it's really, really important to call police and report to the Canadian Fraud Centre.
Yeah, to let them know right away, right?
Right
if
away.
anything's going
Right
to
away.
be done, it's going to be done quickly. And also maybe to talk to a trusted family friend. That embarrassment tends to kick in right away, and maybe you don't talk to someone who might say, you've got to deal with this, and they might have some good
Right.
advice if it's someone in your circle that you really know you can trust.
Absolutely. Most people, they have some feeling that something is not right, and if they trust their gut and maybe call a friend or a family member to say, hey, I got this text out of the blue or this email, it doesn't seem right, can you take a look at it? That'll have, more times than not, the fraud will be stopped there.
Yeah, 'cause that's something we're going to talk about in another show, how people are, we're conditioned to trust, and we have to be a little less trusting, which is, sometimes tough to teach your elderly parents and whatnot. But there is a special system that's out there now, this new fraud reporting system from the RCMP. How does this work?
Great, yeah, so a new system, reportcyberandfraud.canada.ca. We've made a really user-friendly online system where anybody can report, and we've made it in a couple different ways. So you can report if you're a victim yourself. You can report on behalf of someone, so maybe for a parent or grandparent in your life. If you're a business or an organization, you can report. And then we've even got a easy-to-use, I witnessed something. So maybe just that text you got that you didn't fall victim, but you want to share it with us. A few clicks and maybe a drop and drag, and you can report it.
And this, I guess, would it be fair to say this is beneficial, maybe not necessarily to you, maybe nothing can be done, but maybe for the next person, kind of like a traffic reporting system. Hey, police are up ahead, or this is going on.
Yeah, a little bit of that. We sometimes do the information that people provide. It helps us figure out who is behind it, but also to prevent further people from being victimized. It also helps us provide you with information if you've been victimized. So there's lots of tips and tricks about how to not be victimized again when you report. We're already seeing, we only had it live for a little over 3 weeks now, and we've already seen a double of the number of online reports we've seen. So far it's working.
Okay, so online is the way to go to report them. Just 3 weeks old, so this is good information. You need to know this. Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. Chris Lynham, Director General of the National Cybercrime Coordination Centre with the RCMP and Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. And you can find more on our Spot the Scam coverage online, what to do if you get scammed. All those details are on our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca. And tomorrow we'll focus on the rise of deep fake scams.
Knowing me is, how could I let this happen to us? How could I trusted that guy so much. He was so friendly, and the money looked like we were making money all the time. We could go online and check it, and then it took so much to finally realize it's a scam.
We'll hear from an Ottawa couple who lost thousands, and it all started with a fake investment video created using artificial intelligence.
I went out of the house, and the car that is normally there was gone.
And just ahead, is your car on the list of the most stolen vehicles in Canada? We'll share the top 10 cars targeted by thieves in 2024.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Bowl.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville.
Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barhaven.
From every corner of the community.
In the Glebe. Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville.
From the team you trust, we are CTV News, Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News, Ottawa.
Hey.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video, upload it at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
The Bell Media building is lit up beautifully this year thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. Well, the annual list of the most stolen vehicles in Canada was released today, and while auto theft is on the decline, the cost to insurance companies is still massive, with losses topping $1 billion every year. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
No one wants to have their vehicles stolen. The headaches with replacing it, the expense, dealing with police and insurance is a major hassle.
I went out of the house and the car that is normally there was gone.
Rebecca Cuthbertson of Stratford was visiting family in Toronto when her car was stolen last night. It was found in a school parking lot this morning, likely waiting there to be scooped up by thieves.
It does feel like a violation. Just that she's got her back window smashed, and I'm not allowed to touch the car, go into it. It's been taken for fingerprinting.
Cuthbertson's 2019 Honda Civic is one of the most stolen cars in Canada. Topping the list is the Toyota RAV4, a favorite for thieves worldwide.
It's very serviceable globally. It's a good utility vehicle, meaning it can be used in a variety of terrains and jurisdictions.
The RAV4 was the most stolen, with more than 2,000 being taken across the country. It's followed by the Dodge Ram 1500 series, the Honda CR-V, the Ford F-150 series, and the Honda Civic. Even though the auto insurance industry lost $1 billion to auto theft last year, investigators say at least when it comes to stealing cars, the trend is going down and not up. There was an overall decrease in auto theft across Canada of 19%, but in the first half of this year, auto thefts in Ontario were down by almost 26%.
We're not out of the woods yet, but definitely continuing doing what we're doing and combating this vehicle crime to make Canadians safe.
As for Cuthbertson, she refers to her car as Grace and can't wait to get her back.
I'm glad they found her. It's going to be a few days before I can have access to her again. I am very happy she's been found.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
A big North American retailer reported earnings today and missed the mark, triggering concerns about the upcoming holiday shopping season. BNN Bloomberg's Morella Fernandez has more.
Home Depot not only missed the mark, but also cut its profit outlook for 2025. The home improvement retailer says it expected a sales boost from lower interest rates, but that didn't happen. It also lost out on storm revenue. There have been fewer big weather events that typically push up demand for roofing materials, generators, and other supplies. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 71.53. West Texas Intermediate crude is up to 60.67. Western Canadian Select is down over $1 to 47.33. And the TSX is down 39 points today to 30,036. Those are your business headlines. I'm Morella Fernandez.
It took me 5 days to put together, but I've been thinking about it for a month.
Well, coming up, sugar and spice and a dash of creativity. We'll take a look at some impressive gingerbread designs in an annual holiday contest. Beautiful. Jackie.
Thanks so much. Looking forward to seeing that. Taking a look at the regional forecast in the Seaway, -4 overnight, feeling more like a -8 with the wind chill. 4 degrees is the daytime high for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine in store really for all of eastern Ontario, including the valley, but the daytime high will be 1 degree. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, showcasing Spark Street and Elgin Street. It's -3 out, but bundle up. It feels closer to -6.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Bowl.
Pure Country 94, Ottawa's country music station. Pure access to the biggest stars and the hottest songs. After all the bars are download the free iHeartRadio app to listen to Pure Country everywhere.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sanaya Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Tomorrow on CTV, Your Morning Ottawa, the Ottawa Charge are getting ready to hit the ice for their home opener this weekend. Some of the team stars join us in studio. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Here's what's on CTV tonight. E-Talk, The Big Bang Theory, MasterChef Canada, The Traitors Canada, and The Pit. And here's a recap of the top stories we are following right now.
Yeah, it does make you wonder, how safe exactly you are in your own home.
An 18-year-old is facing a charge of second-degree murder after a man was found stabbed to death in the city's West End last night.
I didn't want to talk about it, but then I just watched a few videos of this happening. I did some reading because I thought I can't be the only person this has happened to.
Our Spot the Scam series continuing all week long. An Ottawa woman sharing her story after she fell victim to an e-transfer scam.
Our fire investigator is on scene. We're working with our partners at Ottawa Police, and the fire is under investigation.
Ottawa Police investigating a fire that destroyed a home in Osgood early this morning. When firefighters arrived on scene, the home was fully engulfed in flames. Fortunately, no one was injured. Well, a final look at the forecast now. Cold, sunny.
A little bit of everything.
November weather.
I love that you're anticipating. Is it going to be cold, sunny? Yes, it's going to be both. -7 to start things off. Going to feel closer to -10 with the wind chill. We're only warming up to about 2 degrees for our Wednesday. I'm keeping an eye out for the next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, though, because lots of activities. We've got Toy Mountain kicking off on Thursday. 2 degrees the daytime high. Our warmest day of the week will be Friday for the tree lighting ceremony at Lansdowne. 5 degrees the daytime high. And Saturday, we may get some flurries when jolly old St. Nick comes to town, if you will. 2 degrees the daytime high. So really looking forward to this weekend.
Yes, a lot happening. Looks good. Steph is here checking on to what our team is working on for the 11:30 tonight. Stefan?
Well, Patricia, we're keeping an eye on several stories that could see further developments tonight, but we're already hearing from the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group on the breaking news you brought at the beginning of the newscast. Now, in case you missed it, OSEG and the city is in a bit of a heated debate with the PWHL. The league suggesting it doesn't want the Charge to leave Ottawa, but will pull the team from playing at Lansdowne 2.0 because it comes with a smaller arena. Tonight, OSEG says it is actively in discussions with the PWHL. A meeting is happening on Friday, and no comments or interviews will be coming before then. So this is ongoing. You can get the news anytime, anywhere, ctvnewsottawa.ca. And, of course, join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30. Patricia.
So maybe a negotiating tactic as they try to figure out
I hope so.
lease deal, but they have not liked the idea of this smaller
Not
arena
at
for
all.
some time. So we'll see where all of that ends up. And we are going to end up with this. Special holiday competition at Toronto's George Brown College has students putting their baking skills and creativity on full display.
I fell in love with the hotel and the artistry of the people who made this.
I worked at the restaurant where Gusteau's was inspired. I worked at Chef Paul Bocuse's restaurant in Lyon, and Gusteau's directly inspired by Chef Paul Bocuse himself.
Culinary students were tasked with creating gingerbread houses inspired by their favorite book or movie. I like that idea. The 33 submissions, including structures from the Ratatouille movie, Disney's Encanto, and a home based on the one in Charles Dickens' The Christmas Carol. Students created them on their own time, not for marks. The winner, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Wow. Oh, wow.
That's pretty good.
That's impressive.
Didn't we get together some of the women who work here at CTV and try to make gingerbread houses a couple of years ago?
All I remember is how competitive it was. There was not enough icing.
It was competitive, but the results did not look
Let me tell you, when you try
like
to
that.
do it live on a morning show, it doesn't turn out like that either.
That's
tough. Not a piece of art that you would submit to this competition?
Although Your Morning Ottawa's Melissa Lamb, she's pretty good at this.
crafty.
Yeah.
I did a present wrapping competition one time, and I would not have wanted to open that after trying to wrap a present. Didn't look great. But it's the thought that counts, everyone.
It sure is.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone.